I'm Rainbow.
And I'm Rage.
So we got a recommendation in one of our comments to do a video about fat shaming.
And that's great because it's a topic that we had on our list anyway.
And it's also great because I know all about being fat.
So yeah, fat shaming, huge issue now. I guess people think that it's okay to comment on somebody else's body type. And how do you feel about it?
I find it an issue, especially nowadays, that I find more and more people are crossing that obesity barrier. People are bigger now. I believe it's like in the food and all this other shit that we put inside of our bodies. I've been fat shamed, I guess, but I guess it's only up to you if you feel shame about it. If that makes sense.
That does make sense. I think people also have, different issues. So, for example, there are people with thyroid issues or polycystic ovarian syndrome who have a tougher time losing weight. And, even if they do eat healthy, it's an uphill battle. It's not like everybody can just go to the gym and suddenly become super fit.
Yeah. Being overweight is not, healthy. I agree with that. I don't think that everybody who's plus size is healthy. I know that you don't agree with that either, but there are a lot of people saying that even though they're plus size, even over 400 pounds, are trying to convince people that they are healthy, which is not the case on everybody's heart. I don't care if someone else calls me fat, because yes, I'm fat, but I'm also skin and bones and muscle and eyelashes and hair and makeup. I have all kinds of stuff put together.
You are a ton of eyelashes, that's for sure.
I have lots of, I'm mostly made of eyelashes and glitter. But I feel like as a younger person, like when I was younger, it did affect me badly. However, now I am in control of myself. I'm an adult. And if someone calls me fat, am I going to allow that person to control how I feel about myself? No.
I remember I was fat shamed ever since I was young too, and I look back on pictures and I was not fat. I really wasn't. I went, swimming 3 times a week. I was in karate. I was fit. Like, I was super fit, but people even call that fat.
At the same time, I feel like we're in control of how, if we feel shame about something, you have to take control of yourself. And if you're not happy when someone calls you fat, I mean, you don't have to be like ecstatic and joyous, but if somebody else calling you fat makes you have a bad day the rest of the day or a bad week or go into depression, then maybe there's something wrong with you. I'm just saying, there has to be something wrong with you. Because if someone called me a retard, and I know damn well I'm not a retard, or that I know I'm smarter than what they think I am, then it won't bother me and it'll just roll off of my back, and I would just ignore that person.
I agree.
But if I'm yelling,
okay, I agree with you, but here's the thing. It is nobody's business to name call at all. Like, if you go around calling people fat, trying to make yourself feel better, or thinking that you're better than other people, you're a jackass.
Oh, that's absolutely true. Yeah. As if we don't own mirrors.
Like, you don't know how much somebody is working out. You don't know if they're trying to turn their lives around. You don't know what they eat. People make assumptions, right? They see somebody who might be obese and they're like, oh yeah, that person doesn't eat well. That person could eat better than you.
That's true. I do kind of see things that happen. Let's say if you go to a grocery store and they have you seen those little buggy cart things?
Yeah.
That usually are reserved, I believe, for elderly people or someone who's maybe injured, like their knee or leg or something, are now being used by people who are extremely overweight and maybe can't stand that long comfortably to walk around a store.
Yeah, I have seen that.
There is a problem in not only like America, Canada, like North America. There's a problem like going across the world. I think there was, I can't remember what country it was, that's saying they were also having like an obesity epidemic.
Well, it's happening in the UK, it's happening in China, and people of Asian descent are usually quite skinny because of their diets, but their diets have become more westernized. So, there's McDonald's in China now, and people are becoming more obese in China. And you're right, we do decide what we put in our mouths. And I don't know, I think just at the end of the day, you don't really have the right to tell anybody anything. And yes,
absolutely, unless you're their doctor asking your advice or something.
Right. And people who are obese or morbidly obese do end up causing an issue in the healthcare system. They cost money to taxpayers. And I don't think that's right. I think that's very selfish.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I'm torn on this issue.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you can kind of see both sides of the coin, and I can see where a fat person's coming from because I'm living in my skin and I've been called all kinds of names from all kinds of people, even people in my family. But also I can see from the other point of view where I wouldn't say I am completely healthy, because I'm not, even if I am active and do all kinds of shenanigans and dance and hike and whatever. But I could be healthier. I could do a lot more.
The person who actually recommended this topic is a friend of mine, and she's lost a lot of weight, and she's still called, fat, and it's really insulting because she works very hard.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. We've heard it in Hollywood even, when there's thin actresses, or in my view, I see them as thin or, not fat at all, being told they need to lose weight.
Which is ridiculous, because it's nobody's goddamn business.
For real. I don't know. I think there's people in the world that are being successful bullies because they see that they're getting a reaction out of whoever that they're telling this to.
And going back to, I guess, a sense of accountability, I think parents are to blame when it comes to eating habits, because I've gone to Tim Hortons, your Dunkin' Donuts, and I've gotten a coffee, and I see, these really, really chubby kids eating donuts, and I'm like, oh, I cringe inwardly, because they're kids. Of course they want junk food, but that doesn't mean they get it all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when I was younger, the only time I would get junk food is after a swimming class. And that is the only time. Like, my parents didn't have junk food at home.
Yeah.
Which I hated. I absolutely hated it, but So what's your take on the whole body positivity movement?
That kind of goes a little bit hand in hand with me, with like the modern feminism thing, and I'm very, very, very torn on that. I am not a huge fan of body positivity when people are forcing me to like the shit that they're showing.
Like, what do you mean?
I've noticed a lot of the body positivity that I've seen online is like, I don't care if you're big or small. I don't need to see your fucking belly button, okay? But
See, I agree with you to a certain extent. I don't think that people should be walking around half naked asking for attention. That's not the point of body positivity. It's not for other people to accept you. It's for you to accept yourself.
Exactly. And nothing makes me more upset than people thinking that you have to accept their point of view. If I didn't like fat people, which I don't really care, but playing devil's advocate, if I didn't like fat people, nothing is gonna force me to like them, especially if they're shoving their fat fucking bodies in my face.
And to go along with that, love yourself, but love other people too. Just because you might look a certain way doesn't mean that everybody is going to look that way. And it's nobody's business to tell anybody anything. Just live and let live. Don't worry about other people. Just focus on yourself, and I think people will be happier that way.
Learn to quietly judge.
So at the end of the day, don't be an asshole. Keep your comments to yourself. The way other people look is none of your goddamn business. And for people who are on the chubbier side or obese side, just take care of yourself. Do you.
Exactly. Do you. Be happy with yourself. Don't look for other people to accept you, because guess what? The world never will. It doesn't get better. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, you can always give us some recommendations in the comments below. We already have like a list going, so we'll add it to the list and maybe draw randomly, or if your suggestion gives us as much ammo as this one, we'll probably just do that one first.
Exactly. So make sure to comment.
Like, and subscribe.
Bye, guys.
Bye. I get so mad about fat people.
That's crazy, though. Like, I think we kind of went off topic, but whatever.
Who cares?